Okay, so lastly, summary. The evolution of personal jurisdiction summary of basic principles. Under Penoyer v. Neff, which reflected 19th century jurisdictional concepts, courts typically only had impersonal jurisdiction over a person if she was personally served with the complaint and summons within the form state. Courts had in rem jurisdiction over property if it was located in the state and was attached prior to uh, adjudication of the claim. Penoyer's rigid doctrine was ill-equipped to deal with an increasingly mobile society and the increased scope of interstate corporate activity. Consequently, the court in International Shoe shifted its focus from the strict requirements of in-state presence to allow jurisdiction based on defendants' contact within the state. Courts have identified different ways to establish in-person jurisdiction. If the claim arises out of the defendant's contact, a court has specific jurisdiction over the defendant. If the claim does not arise out of the defendant's context, but the defendant is essentially at home in the state, the court has general jurisdiction. The Supreme Court has recognized several other bases for jurisdiction that are constitutionally sufficient. For example, a person is subject to personal jurisdiction where she is domiciled. In addition, a defendant who would otherwise not be subject to personal jurisdiction in the state may waive her objection by consent to jurisdiction. Even if personal jurisdiction is consistent with due process, a court typically cannot exercise jurisdiction unless a Monroe statute or some other jurisdiction granting statute or rule authorizes it. Please note, at the time of Penoyer, the circuit court functioned as a federal trial level court. The first court in the opinion also refers to circuit courts, but the reference there is to the trial level state courts of Oregon. Just be aware of the term circuit court had two different meanings. All right, so here we go. We finally got to the end of chapter 6, the evolution of personal jurisdiction. It started with Penoyer, where you actually had to be in state. And then because of interstate commerce, it changed and it moved over to International Shoe v. Washington, where you have specific jurisdiction and you have general jurisdiction. General jurisdiction is like you live there, you're domiciled there, so the court has jurisdiction over you. Where specific jurisdiction means you have minimum context related to this specific act that brought about the case, right? And that can make the state have jurisdiction over you too. Anyway, at any rate, this is Devaney signing off from Legally Marette, Legally Raven Haired. I think by the summer, we'll have our name, we'll have our intro, we'll be doing good. For now, we're just trying to read the civil procedure book. Thank you so much. Signing off. Have a good day.